The thunder of a gunshot echoes through the forest and a massive wild boar crashes into the ground. This scene is not from an action movie. It is part of a real war being fought every day between humans and wild boars. Across the United States, feral hogs have become one of the most destructive and uncontrollable invasive species in modern history. With an estimated population of more than 6 million spread across 39 states, wild boars are responsible for nearly $2.5 billion worth of damage annually to agriculture, livestock, soil, and natural ecosystems. Farmers face ruined crops overnight, ranchers battle disease threats to cattle and pigs, and conservationists watch native wildlife lose their habitat. It is a growing ecological disaster that demands constant attention and action. To combat this crisis, a wide variety of control measures are being tested and improved every year. From traditional rifle hunting to large-scale trapping systems, from advanced night vision and thermal scopes to aerial surveillance drones, the strategies are becoming increasingly sophisticated. Yet the critical question remains, can humans truly win against an animal that is incredibly intelligent, lightning fast, and capable of breeding at a rate that outpaces nearly every other large mammal? The answer is far from simple. But what is clear is that the fight against feral hogs has become a defining battle for both American farmers and hunters. Hog hunting season in the U.S. has now grown into more than just a sport. It is a vital annual event that draws in thousands of participants while providing communities with a defense line against this invasive species. The season typically begins in the cooler months of fall, stretching from September through early spring. During this time, hunters travel to hog-dense states like Texas, Alabama, Georgia, and Florida, where the challenge of controlling these destructive animals is greatest. Many hunts are organized into competitions, where hunters not only pursue boars for population control, but also compete for large cash rewards. Sometimes totaling $25,000 to $50,000. These events foster collaboration between farmers and hunters, raise awareness about the dangers of feral hogs, and encourage communities to stay actively involved in wildlife management. Armed with powerful rifles such as the .308 Winchester, the .30-06 Springfield, or even the heavy-hitting .300 Win Mag, hunters track hogs through fields, forests, and farmland. These firearms are chosen for their long-range precision and deep penetration, essential for bringing down adult boars that can weigh over 300 pounds. But weapons alone are not enough. Hunters rely on patience, stealth, and deep knowledge of hog behavior, tracking footprints, droppings, and uprooted soil to locate their prey. They must also account for the wild boar's extraordinary senses, as these animals have hearing sharper than a deer's and a nose that rivals trained bloodhounds. A single wrong step or a shift in the wind can alert an entire sounder, sending them bolting into dense cover where they are nearly impossible to catch. Despite the urgency of hog eradication, hunting is strictly regulated by state wildlife management agencies. Each hunter must obtain a license, follow designated hunting seasons, and often submit post-hunt reports. These rules ensure accountability, provide scientists with valuable data on hog populations, and maintain a balance between ecological protection and animal welfare. Some states allow year-round hunting, including night hunts with spotlights and thermal imaging, reflecting just how severe the feral hog invasion has become. Yet even with these expanded permissions, the scale of the problem remains daunting. Current estimates suggest that roughly 1.5 million wild hogs are killed annually in the U.S. At first glance, this number sounds impressive, but in reality, it barely makes a dent in the overall population. The reason lies in the hog's biology. Female hogs can begin reproducing as early as 6 months old, and each sow can produce 2 litters per year with anywhere from 4 to 12 piglets. This rapid reproduction means that unless nearly 70% of the entire hog population is removed annually, their numbers will continue to rise. In other words, humans are barely keeping pace with a biological reproduction engine.